Hey guys, this is James from the On The Go podcast, letting you know to tune in every Monday morning, every Friday morning, as we give you everything from pop culture and current events. You ready for a review?
Give it to me.
I saw Iron Claw.
All right.
Very emotional, very tragic story. Wrestling dynasty out of Texas.
Right.
Oh man, when I tell you, I was so enthralled with this movie.
Yeah.
From beginning to end. From the cinematography, the actors, the actresses. Very, very good, man. You had Zac Efron, which turns in probably one of his best roles ever.
Does he live up to the hype?
Oh, he lives up to the hype.
About that.
Yeah, he lives up to the hype, 100%. This is the break we've been waiting for Zac Efron.
All right, good.
He plays the one that's still living.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's still living.
I was curious about that. I was looking at an article earlier today. They interviewed, I think the one who's still living. Is it Eric?
I think is Kerry, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, he was on Chris Jericho's podcast.
Yeah.
He was talking about the thing, but we can get into that a little bit later. I was just curious at which one played him.
Yeah, so he plays the one that's still living.
Okay.
Tragic stories. I don't want to give away how they passed away, but it is trying to break a family curse. It's a curse that's been going around for years.
Right.
That something bad always happens. They lost their other brother because they had supposed to be 5.
Oh wow.
And they lost one brother when he was a baby.
Oh wow.
So it's just, well, not a baby, but I want to say like a toddler almost.
Yeah.
And man, you got the father who's trying to live his life through his son's, through his son's eyes and stuff like that. He's pushing him every day.
Yeah.
All these guys are jacked. There's only one brother that's not jacked. But Zac Efron looks like He-Man.
Oh yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, Zac Efron, if they were doing a He-Man movie, listen to this podcast.
Now was the time to cast them. Yeah.
He looks like He-Man.
That's crazy.
His body transformation was amazing in this film.
I mean, I know that was a big deal like a few months ago when he first revealed what he looked like for the movie, right? They were like, "Oh, that's Zac Efron. He really buffed up."
He was buffed up to hell.
Yeah.
And your boy from the Bear, Jeremy Allen, buffed up to hell, man.
Yeah. See, I want to see them two act together.
Oh, they were good.
I want to see how their acting is together because
on screen, magic.
Now, is this Jeremy Allen's like first like movie? Because I've only seen him in television shows. Do we?
It might have been.
Let me look
it might have been. Also, look up and make sure that's. I don't want to. I want to make sure we get the right person.
Yes.
I don't want to announce the wrong name. Cause I know Zac Efron. Like I say, man, Zac Efron. I'm so proud of him. A couple of years we've been waiting for Zac Efron to turn in one of those performers.
Right.
Because he. I think you said last week that he's very multifaceted. He could do comedy. He could do drama. He came from Disney.
Yeah, he's kind of been
because he's a
little bit of everything.
He's a Disney kid.
He's a Disney kid.
High School Musical.
Yeah. So it looks like Jeremy Allen White's been in a couple of movies, but nothing like big.
And which one was Zac Efron again? I want to make sure I get that right.
Yeah, let me look that up.
Yeah, because I don't want to mislead the people. Because I really want people to see this movie, man. This movie was amazing. Bring a Kleenex box. Definitely bring a Kleenex box. Because that's how it gets you in the fields.
Kevin. Plays Kevin Von Erich.
Yeah, Kevin Von Erich.
Jeremy Allen was Carrie.
Yep, Carrie.
Yeah.
All of them, man. It's just so tragic how they all passed away. And the father, who was played by...
What's the father's name? Like his actual name?
I don't know his actual name. You just look up the...
Is he Fritz Von Erich? Holt McClone?
Yeah.
McColney?
Because you just look up... I got you. Holt McConney.
Okay.
This guy always plays somebody bad.
Does he?
Every single movie. This movie here, he's not really a bad guy.
Right.
He's just a father he wants to live his life through his sons. Now
that you say that, the article I was telling you about where they were interviewing Kevin on Jericho's show, he was kind of talking about his father's portrayal in this movie. He made the comment that he's like, look, this is a movie. It's made for a dramatization. Obviously, they're going to make things a little bit more...
Yeah, lift it up a little
dramatic,
bit. Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
For entertainment value, he's like, look, my father wasn't a bad person. He was well-respected man. Like he was kind of defending his dad because I guess the movie portrays him as not a great person.
From what I saw and from what I heard, look, when you do these biopic movies, it's never going to be 100% to the
right.
T.
And you have to know that before going. This isn't History Channel.
Yeah, it's not History Channel.
On this show, it's like when the Queen movie came out, and people were like, "Oh, well, they never broke up before the Live Aid performance, and they never did this. Like, yeah, but you gotta follow the beats of a biopic.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
You
So,
gotta-
they got documentaries about the Von Erichs as well.
Yeah.
So you can go to that, you can look it up. And so this movie is like 85% true.
Yeah.
85, which is pretty damn accurate.
Yeah.
If you stop and think about it.
Yeah.
But man, when I tell you this movie hits you in the feels, man, it gets you. I can't tell you how many times that I almost teared up, on the verge of tearing up. It's so tragic how these, one by one, each of these brothers had died. And it's like, man, this is just terrible. And one thing I do wish that it could have been a TV show. Because I feel like a TV show could have gave you each
The details,
brother, each details
in-depth,
of in depth and how they all passed away. And man, and the mother, she was great as well. You know, can you imagine going to a funeral for each son?
That's crazy.
You know, and she had that one scene where she was like, I can't put this dress on because they see me in this dress already.
Yeah.
I was like, God, man, it just really, really hits you in the feels. Zac Efron is definitely gonna get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
I do believe so. This is his time. He's gonna be on that short list with Cillian Murphy. Who else? Ryan Gosling might have an outside chance too as well. Maybe outside. But he's definitely gonna be on that short list with them. And oh man, so you definitely check it out.
I'm looking forward to it. I wanna take some time and go see it.
It's kind of rushed. Like I said, it's kind of rushed because the first half of it shows you the wrestling family, the in ring, setting up the ring, and very good with the wrestling. Might I add too, by the way, the cinematography for the movie is off the chain.
Yeah.
And now,
what's the runtime for it? What are we looking at? 2.5 hour and a half?
I think it's about 2.5. It's about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually what you get for these Oscar bait movies.
That's true.
Yeah, around about this time you get those type of movies.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth the time. Once you're invested, you're fully invested.
Okay.
You're not watching this movie and you're checking out.
Yeah.
Like some movies you watch, you like, okay, I'm check back in, check back. No, you're invested throughout the entire film.
You know what's funny is I don't think I've seen one trailer for this movie.
Oh.
I've only heard about it. I've seen posts or articles about it.
Well, you don't watch network
You and I
television.
have talked about it.
Yeah.
And we don't. I don't watch normal television. And that's something that streaming services need to pick up is like the ones that have ads.
Netflix.
They need to pick up movie trailers.
Well, they are. I think they are
I'm telling
slowly.
you, we watch Peacock all the time, and there ain't no ad on Peacock besides freaking Allstate
And State Farm.
and State Farm and some other like crap.
Yeah.
It's like if you actually had movie trailers, actually they were pushing Wish.
Yeah.
I think they were pushing Wish through not even a Wish ad. I think it was like a State Farm ad or something. Or no, it was a Haunted Mansion. They were pushing Haunted Mansion through a State Farm ad.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But
that's something streaming services need to pick up more is like more trailers in their advertising when they have ads.
The movie didn't do good in the box office. I mean, it did decent.
Yeah.
But look what you're going up against. You got all these big, you got Color Purple
remake,
Aquaman. What's the Wonka?
Yeah.
It was a holiday season.
Yeah.
And it's not very holiday movie. This is not a holiday movie.
It's definitely not take your family to go.
Yeah, it's not take your family type movie. But the only gripe I have is kind of the second half of it's kind of rushed.
I see.
The depths are kind of rushed. That's why I said the show it would have benefited more from an actual TV show than a movie. The other guy that played Ric Flair, because the guy that played Ric Flair in there, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it at all. But that's just a minor detail.
Was he the only wrestler cameo, I guess, in the movie? Were there other wrestlers portrayed?
There was one other wrestler too from AEW, MJF. I saw him. He didn't say anything, but I saw him. I was like, oh, that's him in the wig.
Okay.
But the guy that played Ric Flair, I was just like, yeah, Daddy, I ain't feeling this one. They ain't doing it for me.
I know there was like some real life wrestler who made the comment that he wasn't going to go see the movie because he was friends with all of them. And so it still hurts. Like all the feelings and all that stuff that's still there. He's like, I can't, not to say, he's like, I'm not saying the movie's bad. He's like, I can't watch it emotionally.
Once you see how these guys passed away, he's like, yeah, I can't really stomach to watch it.
Yeah.
I can totally understand that. But if I had to give this movie a rating, I would give it 9 out of 10 wrestling boots.
Okay.
9 out of 10 wrestling boots.
It's not a bad rating.
Yeah, man. Check it out in theaters. In theaters now.